From inside the gym at Leominster High School, we say a very good early evening, everyone, and welcome to high school basketball here on RFM. Great to have you along with us for another night of basketball here on RFM. An exciting matchup to come with important implications is in the offing tonight as Leominster brings their 9-7 record on a quest to find at least one more win in order to become district and postseason statewide tournament eligible. Meanwhile, Bedford comes into action tonight. The Buccaneers, 14-4, make their first visit to Leominster tonight for this cross-state matchup as Central hosts West. Kate will update us, but these two schools very familiar with each other, and they certainly know the weapons that each are bringing into tonight's contest. We join you a little earlier this evening as it is senior night here inside the gym at Leominster High School, and the 2023 class of the Leominster High School basketball program will be honored before game time. We're just waiting for a junior varsity game to finish in front, and then we will have senior night, a warm-up period, an opportunity to preview tonight's action, and then we'll get deeper into Leominster and Bedford. The important note is Leominster needs a minimum of one more win in order to qualify for the statewide postseason without question. That said, that is not the only number we'll be keeping an eye on tonight. Of course, we continue keeping an eye on Justin Dadah, who is in search of his 1,000th career point. He is 15 away, starting the night at 985 points for his career coming into action this evening. 15 points on tap. Struggled in the last couple of matchups against Fitchburg and then the other night against Shrewsbury. We'll see if Dadah can find his way to 15 points and join that exclusive club of 1,000-point scorers in both boys and girls basketball here at Leominster High School. If he can do it, he'd be the second boys player all time in order to achieve that distinction. We welcome you to our courtside broadcast position alongside Kate Robbins, Todd Robbins for RFM, and great to have you along with us. Bill Thomas is on assignment tonight. Great to have you with us, whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch here on RFM, or with our partners in delay at Leominster TV. Bradley Bedard with us tonight for Leominster TV. They'll have the action for you on the channels of Comcast, Verizon, and Leominster.tv in the days ahead. It's Leominster and Bedford on deck on senior night, and Kate, you are not trying to order an extra side portion here at the local restaurant. You are actually trying to get Athletic Director Dave Palazzi's attention, as we are going to very much be in need of a public address microphone when they look to start this senior ceremony in a matter of moments. But
Correct.
Before we get to that place,
he's right there.
Bradley Bedard has been our man on assignment. He's going to jump in on this for us tonight. But Kate, Leominster and Bedford, first thoughts here.
First thoughts. I thought that these two teams were going to be strangers to one another.
Sure.
But after having a conversation with a very amiable Coach Halls, he's a lot of fun. I enjoyed
his second season.
Yes, I enjoyed him very much when I got to meet him. He let me know that it is not, thank you, Bradley, it is not, in fact, the first time that these two teams are meeting. So Summer League, Fall League, for those people that are not aware, there are other seasons of basketball in which the student athletes can participate as long as the coaching staffs are not directly involved with too many of the student athletes out of season. So there is a Summer League, there is a Fall League, and so these teams, those iterations of the teams have met up previously. So that's kind of how this relationship blossomed from what we are to understand. Fall League, I believe Leominster was victorious in the championship game of the Fall League. So it is not as if this was kind of like, the big board picking, just throwing a marker.
Get with a higher power rating.
Correct. So there was some there was some method to the madness.
Also for Leominster, this will be their second dual county league opponent. They played Westford just a few weeks ago, also a member of the dual county league as well. That was a Leominster loss by a 63-59 margin. Leominster coming in on this one sort of in an up and down sort of mentality. to this point in time. We'll have more preview for you. Leominster and Bedford is on deck. But first, as promised, it's senior night here at the gym at Leominster High School as the Leominster High School boys basketball program under Coach Kevin Crutchfield honors the class of 2023 and their contributions to Leominster High School history. We'll join that presentation now. Folks, please stand by. It is senior night here at the gym at Leominster High School. Leominster and Bedford is on deck. We'll have that action for you coming up here on RFM and in delay with our partners at Leominster TV. But first, we will have senior night as Leominster High School honors the class of 2023 in the boys basketball program. See Coach Crutchfield, Coach Cordio, Coach Dadah as they have gotten the flowers are out. They're passing those out for the family members that will be coming to spend the night with their student athlete and celebrate their 4-year career. So we've got that coming up. Senior night presentation first, then warm-ups and preview of action to come here on RFM, and then it's Leominster and Bedford tipping off after some opening introductions. Coming up close to our scheduled start time of 7 o'clock. I'm told we're ready now. Senior night here at the gym at Leominster High School.
And good evening, fans, and welcome to the gym at Leominster High School. And join us tonight as we now celebrate the tremendous seniors who have capped off their careers here at Leominster High School, going 5-3 in Wachusett, while qualifying for the Central Mass Tournament and demonstrating to us all that perseverance and hard work truly pay off. Our first senior tonight, Chase Hawes. Chase has been a 3-year varsity player in basketball here at Leominster High School. Chase has become a thoughtful, considerate student athlete who will go out of his way to help his teammates and coaches in any way possible. Chase has become one of the premier basketball players in Wachusett with his strong rebounding and inside presence. Upon graduation, Chase will serve his country, joining the United States Marine Corps, joined by Marty and Aaron Andrews, Darcy and Gemma Torella, Nick Smith and Tina Hawes. Number 44, Chase Hawes. High School. Michael has shown incredible drive and determination in an amazing 3-year varsity career. He brings a certain focus to practice and games and is someone who has the trust and respect of his teammates. Mike is currently considering his options on where he will attend college in the fall. Joined by his parents Michael and Julie and his brothers Alton and Jacob. Number 12, Michael Holstead. Our next senior, Dylan Carr. Dylan has gone through injuries and adversity to provide strong contributions to the LHS basketball program. He has worked hard to create camaraderie with his teammates and contribute to a winning culture. Dylan aspires to cap off his career with a deep tournament run. Joined by his father, Greg Carr, and his mother, Erica Engstrom, number 25, Dylan Carr. Our next senior, Nico Neva. In a 3-year varsity career, Nico has been a strong leader and a great representative to our LHS community. Nico is an exceptional student who works really hard to get better every day. He looks forward to continuing his education at Georgetown University in the fall, studying law and political science. Joined by his parents, Andrea and Mark Neva, number 50, Nico Neva. Our next senior, Justin Dadah, Jr. Justin Dadah's LHS career has been nothing less than historic. He has worked hard to become one of the premier players in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and looks to lead his team on a deep run in the upcoming state tournament. Justin's impressive high school statistics, combined with his mentality to lead by example, has put him in the category of one of the all-time Leominster greats. JJ will continue his playing career at Worcester State University and study business beginning this fall. Joined by his dad, Justin Sr., mom, Debbie, and brother, Jack. Number 11, Justin! And our final senior this evening, Ricky Encarnacion. Ricky has been a valued member of the LHS Boys Basketball program for his entire 4-year career. Ricky has tirelessly worked his way up through the ranks and is a great example of how hard work and dedication can result in individual and team success. Ricky has provided strong defense and timely scoring throughout his senior year. He will attend the University of New Haven in the fall on a football scholarship and study business, joined by Maria Encarnacion, Ruth Encarnacion, and Mariel Ortiz. Number 21, Ricky Encarnacion. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in one more round of applause for the Leominster High School class of 2023 in the boys basketball program. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by. There will be a warm-up period, and then Leominster and Bedford tip-off scheduled shortly after 7 o'clock.
And with that, we welcome you back to the broadcast here on RFM. Senior night in the books here at the gym at Leominster High School. Leominster and Bedford is on deck. Leominster a 9-7 record in search of a win that will qualify them for the statewide postseason. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers of Bedford, they come in 14-4, and they are white hot in this season. And Coach Anthony Halls has them playing at a fever pitch at this point. They come in riding a record with 7 wins in a row. It is their second longest winning streak of the season, and they have been picking off dual county league opponents one after another after another. Their most recent win on February the 13th, a 58-31 win at home against Wayland. Meanwhile, a Leominster team, as I said, with a 9-7 overall record and has had a bumpy go of it in the later parts of January and most of the month of February. If you look at Leominster's last 7 games, they have won 3 out of those last 7, losing 4, winning their most recent contest this past Tuesday night against Shrewsbury by a 55-43 margin, but they lost against arch rival Fitchburg the previous Friday by a 41-38 score. And as we welcome you back into our courtside broadcast position, Kate Robbins alongside Todd Robbins. And Kate, these Leominster losses have very clear and easy storylines to follow. They play intense defense, they create opportunities for themselves, and then they take the ball down floor, and the basket is playing the best defense of them all. They're just missing opportunity after opportunity, and it's hurting them on the scoreboard.
It certainly is. We've talked about it for a few weeks now at this point, so it's a very interesting situation that this team finds itself in. This isn't necessarily, must-win territory, but you are now into the nitty-gritty of the schedule where the games count a whole heck of a lot. You're playing teams in Bedford and Haverhill that are not from Central Massachusetts. In these next 2 contests, you have the in-season tournament coming up next week. You've got a lot of basketball, and you are gearing up for trying to get a postseason berth in this statewide playoff. And with each loss that they suffer, their position gets worse and worse in that statewide playoff. I believe just a few short weeks ago, Leominster was all the way up around the number 7 seed, if I'm not mistaken, around the
First draft.
early
They
to
were seventh,
mid-season. Yeah. So now they're down into the lower teens. So you're in a situation where if you don't get a few wins under your belt, you're likely going to have a road game in that first round. But the other thing is that there's a lot of basketball to be played between now and then, but in a very short window of time. So you have to be able to brush off not only game by game, but quarter by quarter some of the bugaboos that have been going on. A win in their last contest against Shrewsbury is going to be helpful. They had 1 day of practice in between, and now they're going right back to it. So we'll see how that W against Shrewsbury, if that springboards their confidence. They know they need to play good basketball going up against a team like Bedford, though.
And Coach Kevin Grutchfield said to us after the contest the other night, the video certainly is out there. There is a method, if you will, to beating Leominster. And what's been proven over the last few weeks is that if you can neutralize Dadah, which Shrewsbury did twice this year, you got to keep this in mind. Shrewsbury having an uncharacteristically bad year after the loss the other night, 4-13. But they have held Justin Dadah individually to just 6 points in 2 contests. Kate, there are teams that have played Justin Dadah just once this year, and they haven't been able to hold him sub 6 points and a half.
Or
Shrewsbury played 2 games against him and held him to 6 points. The Keys doubled down on him.
Yes.
Or it was sort of a work on a box in one. It was man-to-man on Justin Dadah, and I mean in his grill throughout the night, and then set up a diamond zone around the interior and prevent the penetration. It creates a one-dimensional Leominster, and they haven't been able to work around
And we've seen that in the contest that they've had the most offensive struggles. You're seeing that passing along the perimeter, playing catch. There's little to no penetration in the paint, and when there is an attempt to get penetration, as you said, the iron's been unkind in those situations. They're not getting the bunnies, and then when they get the opportunity at the free throw line, it's the same situation. They're going over.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, Coach Anthony Hall's Buccaneers have not missed on an opportunity. They are playing phenomenal basketball, and they are an end-to-end type team. The biggest thing, the thing that will stand out to an audience seeing them for the first time tonight from the Leominster, at least here in the central Massachusetts area, is size. And that is something that Leominster has struggled with over the years, matching up against size. This is going to be a night where somebody like a Ricky Encarnacion, who really is the size and strength inside for Leominster, is going to be challenged down low. It's going to be a night where you're going to see more physicality have to be put out on the floor to try to neutralize some of the size that you're going to see in the front court from this Buccaneer team. Multiple players over 6 feet tall, heading toward that 6.5-foot mark. And all of a sudden, it makes a difficult matchup for Leominster down low. You combine that with a team that can run the floor, take advantage of its shooting opportunities. It's easy to see why they are 14-4. He's playing in that dual county league and priority an Eastern Mass basketball schedule. The one note I will say is that earlier this year, they played on the road at Millbury in the month of December. It was back on December 17th. That was a loss, one of just 4 for this Bedford team, by a 56-40 score. So there is information out there here in Central Mass where Bedford maybe has struggled a little bit coming coming west and traveling into a contest taking down Milford in that process. Of course, the other storyline for the night I know is what Kate was just discussing with Coach John Cordio, and that is the chase for 1,000. I mentioned it off the top of the broadcast. Justin Dadah chasing that, joining a club of 1,000-point scorers. Coming into the night, we had him at 15 points to 1,000. We are now being told, Kate, by Coach Cordio, it's 13 points to 1,000. Then I say simply, he wasn't 58 points away a few days ago when we first started tracking it. Somebody went back and checked the math.
Yes. I wasn't told that, but yes.
Okay.
From what my understanding is, we were talking logistics about how this will work. So yeah.
Well,
I have the logistics.
I've been lucky enough to have who have done this a number of times.
We've been here before.
We've been here before. Of course, the most recent years. Let's actually put that up on screen, shall we? Give you a chance to see these most recent 1,000-point scorers. Riley Skinner and Quinn O'Connell, the ones in most recent memory for Leominster in 2018 and then back to 2014. And then the lone Leominster male student athlete on the boys' side of the basketball program to do it was Ryan Turbide in 2011, 1,136 career points he finished with, but crossed that 1,000-point barrier. Also has the record not only for being the all-time leading scorer in basketball program history, but Ryan Turbide also has the single-game scoring record at 45 points in a single game against North Middlesex back in that 2010-2011 season. Lindsay Delici before that, and Kerry Conway prior to that. Kate, I've been fortunate enough to call 4 of those. So of the 6,000-point scorers, 4 out of the 6 I've been here to call play-by-play for, which is a great, of course, testament to luck of nothing else. But I feel very fortunate. Somehow that Ryan Turbide one I missed. I don't know how that happened exactly, but was not on the call for that particular night. And then, of course, Lauren Hatfield back in 1988, first Hall of Fame Leominster student athlete to do it, 1,162 for Lauren Hatfield. I was 3, so there was no chance.
I can tell you what happened in 2011. We were not doing basketball games kind of routinely at that point in time, and so RFM hadn't been born yet. And I don't know if that game was done.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. We're trying to dig it up. There has been requests online to dig that
game up.
We'll
have to see if Jack has it.
Indeed. We will search that out as well. So 13 points means, Kate, 987. Am I correct? To 1,000. 987 for his career. 13 points to 1,000 for Justin Dadah. We'll be tracking that as the night progresses. Should he reach that 1,000-point barrier, Kate and I aren't even going to confer about this, but I'm going to tell you what will happen. As long as we are not in the waning moments of the basketball game, a horn will sound at the point where the 1,000-point basket goes down, and there will be a momentary stoppage in play to celebrate the 1,000 points. Family traditionally comes out on the floor, and then we are right back to basketball with more to come in the post game. How did I do?
So you did well. They'd forgotten about the horn thing, so I reminded them of that. And then the ball needs to be basically out of bounds. They're not going to make Leominster take a timeout for it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. National anthem coming up as well. Athletic Director Dave Blasi lets us know Hannah Hartman will be singing the national anthem tonight. New addition this season inside the gym at Leominster High School as well. Kate, it's been a busy year. One of the things we haven't gotten to talk about, of course, here on the broadcast, we got a chance to celebrate them before the game, and that is this senior class. I mean,
special.
Just a special group. We talked about it during the football season some as well. This class of 2023 is Hall of Fame worthy from an athletic standpoint. There are just so many phenomenal people in addition to quality student athletes.
Well, that's been kind of the hallmark of this group, is their character as a group. This is kind of a coach's dream, regardless of what season, fall, winter, or spring, that has been going on. And so this has been a very special group, regardless of how much time they've gotten on the floor. This group has been tremendous in the locker room in multiple seasons. A lot of multi-sport athletes out there as well. So good things with this group. And I think you're up again.
Leominster and Bedford coming up. National anthem, opening introductions, and then it's tip-off. Leominster and Bedford do battle here on RFM and in delay with our partners at Leominster TV. Stay with us.
And once again, a very good evening, fans, and welcome to the gym at Leominster High School. The tonight's varsity basketball matchup featuring the Buccaneers of Bedford High School and your Leominster Blue Devils. Tonight's contest is sanctioned by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, the Midland Wachusett League, and the competing institutions. Fans, join us as we back the NFHS initiative to bench bad behavior by positively supporting the hard work of student athletes, coaches, and contest officials. Be loud, be proud, be positive. Thank you. It's time now to meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Bedford Buccaneers. At guard, a junior, number 1, Justice Buchanan. At guard, a junior, number 10, Justin Lieberman. At guard, a senior, number 11, Eric Myers. At forward, a junior, number 20, Camden Schussman. And at center, a senior, number 33, Jamie Buchanan. The Buccaneers are coached by Anthony Halls in his second season, assisted by Anthony Gurley and Justin Kennedy. And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your Leominster Blue Devils. At guard, a senior, number 12, Michael Austin. At forward, a senior, number 21, Ricky Encarnacio. At forward, a senior, number 25, Dylan Carr. Also at forward, a senior, number 44, Chase Hall. And at center, a senior, number 50, Nico Lugo. The Blue Devils are coached by Ken Crutchfield in his 7th season, assisted by Justin Dadah and John Corio. Fans, we ask now that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and those defending our freedom with the singing of our national anthem, sung tonight by Hannah Hartman.
Stripes and bright stars.
And Kate, with that, we're ready for basketball here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight. Full agenda, as we said. And Kate, I can't emphasize the importance of this game enough for Leominster. But in context, yes, this game is important, but it is not the be-all and end-all of opportunities. They've got another game against Haverhill coming up on Sunday. They've got the Samata tournament starting next week on Monday. So there are other opportunities to get themselves to postseason eligibility mathematically. But with every loss, the road gets longer.
Well, and that's the difficulty, is that you want to solidify your place. Right now, obviously, you're playing a quality opponent in Bedford. You have Haverhill coming up as well. Leominster needs to be playing its best basketball. They need to take every opportunity that they can to make improvements and to be fine-tuning, not trying to problem solve. And right now, we're in problem-solving mode.
Tip is up as Carr does battle with Shoesmith. And Bedford wins the tip, and they control the basketball going right to left. Wearing, and don't adjust your sets, it is royal blue on royal blue nights here inside the gym as the loose ball goes to the floor. Bedford wearing the royal blue on royal blue with the steel gray and black and white trim. Bedford across the chest, and the block numerals white trimmed in black, front and back. Leominster wearing the home white over white top, white bottom, trimmed in royal blue and black. The running devil across the varsity L on either side of the shorts, and the devil numerals front and back, Blue Devils framing them in on the front of the home jerseys. Leominster goes left to right here in the first quarter of action, as Hawes first lay-in attempt up strong but missed. The immediate rebound for Miles, the run out, he misses in response, and the ball tipped out of play. Ricky Encarnacion thought he had it, but unfortunately last touched by Encarnacion. Bedford keeps the basketball, and Kate, folks will notice it is an all-senior starting lineup tonight, and the man not in the starting lineup is Justin Dadah, who is searching for that 13 points to get to 1,000.
He's been in the starting lineup quite a bit in his career, so I think he probably offered, considering there were 6 seniors, that he would take the first minute or two off. Bedford very quick in transition. If you noticed on that last rebound going down court, Leominster's going to have to make sure that they make an adjustment. Leominster's been struggling for the last couple of weeks to kind of set the cadence, so they're going to have to make sure that they are quick.
Halstead with a little kiss on the glass, knocks us at 2. 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. This is Lieberman. He bounces it back to Buchanan. Buchanan into the corner for Miles, and it's tapped out of play by Nevard. And Bedford will keep the basketball on the offensive end of the floor. 20 to shoot on this 35-second shot clock. The bounce ends up right into the hands of Dylan Carr as Miles got tricky there, tried to go to the top of the key with the bounce entry. Leominster, Kate, one thing I've noticed in these first couple of passes down the floor, much slower in transition, but they look more in control of their offense.
Well, that's one of the things that we noted last game, is that they have been letting the opposition set the tone, not just on their own offensive end, but they've been setting the tone for Leominster as well, the cadence. Leominster's been trying to match their opponent.
Buchanan with the jumper, and down it goes. 4-2 Bedford, 5:50 to play here in the first. That off of the Chase Hawes miss.
Dadah still on the bench with 5:44 here remaining in the first.
Nevard squares to the hoop with Dylan Carr there. Carr drops it off to Encarnacion, and Coach Crutchfield goes to Dadah and sends him to the table. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Nevard pulls up a 3. It will miss the mark, and the rebound for Shoesmith, who will outlet for Buchanan. Buchanan, swing, Lieberman, 3 from straight away. Kiss the front rim, won't go. Rebound for Miles. Miles reloads Lieberman, lost the handle, and just stayed in play, but then into the backcourt. That's an over and back violation. A turnover, and the ball back to Leominster, and that horn signals Justin Dadah will enter the game for Chase Hawes. Dadah, as you heard in our pre-game ceremony
better
tonight.
not be a preseason
I know.
ceremony.
Pre-game ceremony tonight. Dadah is on his way to Worcester State University after a successful 4-year career in Leominster. Pinball off the car miss, and the rebound down in the hands of Buchanan.
Leominster continuing to struggle with those open shots.
Lieberman, the bounce for Shoesmith, got swarmed. It was deflected out of play. Shoesmith was looking for the contact call, and it didn't come. 4:50 to play here in the opening quarter, and 4-2 Bedford's lead. And Carnacion will check out as Osiris Lopez, one of those pace changers for Leominster, Kate.
Yeah.
He has come into multiple games along with Jaden Johnson, and there have been other young players. And you heard Coach Crutchfield talk about it after the last game. He likes having that change of pace with the younger players, reminding these upperclassmen as Lieberman buries the three, take a 7-2 lead for Bedford, the 4.5-minute mark here in the first, of the importance of the joy of the game of basketball.
You're absolutely right. Not only a change of pace, but it's that youthful exuberance out there that Coach Crutchfield has been noticing, as have we and as have a lot of people.
Dadah gets held on the play as Miles tries to slow him down on his entry through the lane.
That Leominster, especially this senior group, all 6 of them have been playing tight from time to time. You bring in that youthful exuberance, and it's kind of like, you know, you bring in that breath of fresh air. They're out there, they're enjoying themselves, they're having fun. It's not their senior season. They just want to help out and help the team.
Ball deflected by Buchanan. Halstead keeps it in Leominster possession, finds Carr. Carr with the entry for Dadah. Swim move, missed the lay-in. Rebound brought down by Shoesmith.
That continues to happen time and time again. That is where Leominster needs to make changes in their game. Those are the possessions that need to go.
Ryan Cohen, his first touch end to the game at the last whistle. A 3 that won't go. Under the halfway point of quarter 1, 3:42 and counting. Dadah goes to the deck. Rolling through it, it's Buchanan. Buchanan finds an outlet for Buchanan, and up floor for Shoesmith. Justice Buchanan wearing 1, Jamie Buchanan 33 for those following along at home. Shoesmith bodying up on Nevard, and the whistle will go off. Nevard got away with a couple of chest contacts in that last one, Kate. He gave up his position, stepped back, came off his feet a little bit, gets called for the block, and it'll send Shoesmith to the line.
That's correct, and it'll be his first, team first for the Blue Devils.
Shoesmith gets that one to go. 8-2 the Bedford lead, 3:26 to play in the opening quarter of action. Leominster and Bedford here on RFM tonight. Great to have you along with us, whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, or Twitch. You can like, follow, or subscribe, and whenever the games go live, they find you on your favorite smart-enabled device on your favorite digital media app. Bill Thomas is on assignment tonight. Todd Robbins, great to be here with you as always. Kate Robbins alongside for action tonight here on RFM, and it's a 10-second backcourt called against Justin Dadah. Slow crossing the timeline. 35-second shot clock was showing 22.
Yep.
Kate, they actually gave him
Some
additional
extra time.
seconds on
Yep.
that to cross the timeline.
You don't see that often. First time all season we've seen it, but a good call by the officials, and as you said, they gave him a grace period on top of it, and he still didn't take.
Buchanan spots up for a 3, buries it, and it's a 12-2 opening run for the Bucks, and it forces a timeout. Coach Kevin Crutchfield spends the timeout, 3:01 to play in the first quarter, and his team just a lone basket from Michael Halstead. It's 12-2 Bedford.
More of what we've been seeing in the last few games from Leominster. You're seeing open shots. You're seeing layups not going in. You're seeing single shot possessions on offense. And right now, when you're going up against the teams that are of quality, team like Bedford, every time they go on the offensive end, when they're in transition, they're looking to score, and they're looking to score both on the interior and along the perimeter. They have the ability to make those shots. That's been very clear. Leominster has the ability. Leominster is a quality team. Right now, they have not been able to find the answer to what has been going on relative to essentially just execution of those fundamental basketball plays. It continues to drive them crazy.
And something has got to give, and right now, Chasing 10 against a 14-4 Bedford team is not the auspicious way you hoped to begin senior night. Carr swings for Encarnacion. Johnson flashed, a nice step in the lane, knocked away by Cohen.
Everything right now for Leominster, both slow and deliberate, but also telegraphed. It's Bedford is working right now at a different level.
Well, right now it seems like
pace.
Leominster has two different speeds right now at the moment. The first speed is fast and almost too fast, too out of control, and then the other one is almost too slow, and perhaps, in this case, a quick first step by Johnson. Slashes to the lane and lay in good, and gets Leominster on the board again at 12-4, cuts the lead to 8.
They need to find that just right slice right now.
Absolutely. Justice Buchanan rolls, mid-range jumper, looks great. Cohen comes flying in, breaks up the bodies, but Carr steadies for the rebound. Johnson throws a knuckleball that makes it to Encarnacion, who then sends a bullet right back to him. Around left side, Dadah. 13 away from 1,000. Push shot and down it goes. Make it 11. .989 for his career. This is Buchanan. Swing for Lieberman, and right back they play catch. Now Lieberman with the left-hand dribble entry, working on Johnson. Gave it up, swing it back top of the key. 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. Leominster has only managed to half this opening 12-2 run. As the feed goes inside for Shoesmith, he elevates above the defense, and the lay-in is good.
Bedford's been impressive, both on the interior and along the perimeter, doing a nice job waiting for their look, but not just waiting for their look, effectively executing when they get in the paint.
Pause for Dadah, denied as that one's taken out of his hands by Buchanan. Final minute of the opening quarter. This is Justice Buchanan with the bounce for Cohen. Over the top of Hawes to Shoesmith. Shoesmith caught in a double on the baseline. Swing back for Lieberman, top of the key. Then the bullet, Buchanan to Buchanan, 3 away, does not go. Encarnacion, the uncontested rebound. 40 seconds to play here in the opening quarter, a 10-second differential, shot clock and game clock. As Dadah misses the lay-in, Shoesmith to the floor, and he walked with it. The ball will go back the other way, and athletic director Dave Palazzi was on the baseline, and he flamboyantly sends it back that way as well.
Everybody's excited tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, it is a big night. Anytime you get senior night, you're on February vacation eve. There's so much going on. Yet. There's so much excitement. It's palpable here inside the gym.
I'm the mean teacher. I'm testing all day tomorrow. I'm that lady.
There's always one.
Yep.
As Jack Dadah enters the game, shot clock off, 25 seconds left here in the first quarter.
I mean, I'm open note.
Johnson with the bounce for Hawes. Hawes back to Johnson, sporting some sparkling 24-karat gold high tops tonight, as Encarnacion's 3 is long on the mark, and Buchanan's got the rebound, runs the floor. 7, swing there. Buchanan, down low Buchanan, underside of the bucket, doesn't go. Buchanan knocks down Encarnacion's pass, then to Dadah, and that didn't have a prayer that goes in, but is well past the horn. And mercifully, the first quarter ends if you're wearing the blue and white of Leominster. It is 14-6, the blue and white of Bedford. The Bucks come off the bus, and right now they look much like the 14-4 team and everything that was advertised.
I mean, and as you said, as advertised, you have an Eastern Mass team. There you go. You have an Eastern Mass team here that comes in with very few losses. You can see their confidence. You can see that they are executing at a high level, doing a very nice job. Leominster, however, hanging in there. It's been a little sloppy at times, but they've had moments where they are doing a nice job, especially on defense. Leominster's defense has been excellent once again. That has not been their problem all year long. It's not been on the defensive end of things. It's been both in transition and on the offensive end where Leominster has struggled, and they've had a continuation of some of those bugaboos. But again, I have the utmost confidence they can work it out. They can figure this out. It's just what's going to be the catalyst for it to happen.
As the Bucks will open the second quarter with possession. Kate, check out the trim It's actually like a chained netting look trim.
Was that in the fashion report?
I was going to say, it wasn't in the fashion report. We'll get it in there in the second half.
In the report?
15 seconds into the second quarter, Shoesmith backs down Dadah, and he's short of the mark. Dadah's got the rebound.
There's so many people walking around tonight.
Indeed there are. It is a busy night.
Don't you guys want to watch a game?
There's the bounce. Dadah for McCormick. Over the top for Dadah. Down low. He can't get the lay-in to go, but does draw the foul, and Justin Dadah will go to the line. 11 away from 1,989 for his career.
And hopefully this will get him settled into his scoring for the evening. Got a couple of freebies.
And the first one will go. 990. 10 points away. Kate, I'm also noticing that over in the student section tonight, sporting a interesting plaid over plaid number. Is that Howard Cosell or Don Cherry over there? We'll have to get him on. Yeah, he brought his own microphone, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
9 away, 991 for Dadah. 3 away for Lieberman, and that's a bury. 17-8, a 9-point lead for the Bucks. 7:10 to play here in the second quarter.
Every time Leominster has an answer, Bedford has a response in kind, if not with more points. So Leominster's going to have to keep pace here soon.
And Encarnacion finds Dadah. Lay-in is good. 7 points away, 993 and counting. Gets Leominster within 7, 6:45 to play here in the second quarter. The swing, it's Buchanan. Buchanan sends it to Lieberman and directs traffic. Finds the entry for Shoesmith, and Encarnacion bodying up inside. Cohen, little strong contact against Haas, and gets the basket to go. Cohen and Haas, Kate, you see a lot of similarities there. Both physical presence on the team, not afraid to use their body to create space and then try to finish short to the rim.
Yeah, and right now Bedford has been...
Dadah discards the defender. Jumper won't roll, but Haas comes flying in with the lay-in out of the air.
That's the Leominster we have been missing. That is the Leominster we have been missing, cleaning up after a miss.
Jamie Baer misses the 3, but the follow-on for Shoesmith will go. 2 minutes into this second quarter, 21-12. And here comes Jack Dadah across the timeline.
I also feel like once we get beyond this 1,000th point, all of these seniors are going to be able to breathe and then just have some fun.
Well, sometimes that is part of the problem. Dadah the drive, Shoesmith denied, and Dadah throws it away. He got it right back while he was in the air, had to try to throw it away, and he ends up sticking it in the hands of a Buck in transition. Shoesmith screens for Lieberman. Lieberman drops it off for Justice Buchanan. Buchanan with the ball well away from Jack Dadah. Now we'll drop it off. Lieberman, deep 3, back rim, got a nice roll, and then an offensive foul. Camden Shoesmith pleads his case, but he was all over Haas, who had rebounding position.
I would agree. I had offensive holding on that.
10-yard penalty.
Tug of the jersey.
Replay the down.
Yeah.
5:15 to play, second quarter, 21-12.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a football play.
Indeed. Here's Dadah, the push off the ball, and Cohen's going to get whistled for it, and Coach Anthony Halls pleads his case to the official as the foul gets reported in on Cohen. And Kate, you had a great conversation with Coach Halls before the game. Avid watcher of RFM, we've come to find, likely in preparation for tonight's game.
It was only in preparation.
Might have had something to do with it.
It's only in preparation for tonight, but he is fun company.
Hawes with a strong step across the lane and got the kiss and a little smile as he runs down the floor. Found out tonight in his senior bio, he will enlist in the United States Marine Corps. We'll thank him now for his service to our country.
You've got it. That is not an easy task.
Buchanan, the tiptoe through the lane, and the lay-in will go.
I didn't love that the defense kind of gave
Parted
up their
ways
position.
there.
Yeah, it was like the Red Sea. Okay, here you go, have it.
Dadah the take, count the basket, and one. .995 for his career, 5 points away from 1,000. That is where Justin Dadah finds himself at the line. And that one goes. Now 4 away from being the 7th member of the 1,000-point club and only the 2nd male athlete all time in the basketball program to achieve the 1,000-point mark. This is Blunt for Buchanan. Finds Buchanan. Guns from upper block to lower. It gets taken away by McCormick, and here we go. Dadah down floor with the right hand. Kick finds Hawes. Hawes through the lane. Creates space in the lane is good. 23-19 halfway through this second quarter. That's the kind of transition, yes, Kate, that Leominster needs and has been successful with.
Yep.
Blunt with the head fake, but he moved his feet, not happy about it. The whistle goes off. It's a traveling violation. Blunt will head to the bench, and Lieberman back in on the horn.
One of the things that I think that Leominster is essentially kind of finding themselves, at the mercy of, they've been playing at the level of their competition. So if the competition has been, a situation where they should win on paper, they may win on paper, but they're not playing their best basketball. If they're in a situation
Dadah with the 3, back rim, no. Carr the rebound. Back top of the key, McCormick. Swing Dadah, go right back. Now the touch to Jack Dadah. Bounce inside. Hawes draws the contact, uncalled. Leominster student section lets the officials know about it. And here comes Buchanan in transition. Jack Dadah tried to respond with a steal and couldn't. Buchanan, guns down low, Shoe Smith. Bounce back for Buchanan. Swing and take through the lane, finger roll, and right into the tin.
He's been getting to that basket far too easily. He's been able to part the traffic from the defense far too easily.
Justin Dadah tries to respond, and the grab and hold is whistled against Ryan Cohen.
That's going to be foul number 6.
And the second called on Cohen in this half. 3:03 to play before halftime. 25-19, Bedford's lead.
Leominster will be in the bonus from here on out.
Jack Dadah has it back at the half circle, calling out plays. Off from McCormick, and then Carr says, give me this 3. Try to take it. Front rim doesn't go. Position with the rebound. It's Joseph. Joseph for Buchanan. Pass is deflected. McCormick with the pick. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Carr gets ahead of the break, gets the feed from McCormick, and the lay-in is good. And Leominster is back within 4, 2.5 minutes before halftime. Coach Kevin Crutchfield pleading for his defense to get their hands up in this 3-2 zone.
He's been pleading all night long. I think Coach's hands have been up more than his defenders' hands have been.
Jack Dadah, a little brush contact with Lieberman. Love those Spumoni high tops, Kate. You can't not mention them.
You
Great
could.
look.
You
got the cherry, the pistachio, and the vanilla in there. It's a good look. I like it.
You could not mention them.
You
just
you
can't.
never miss the opportunity. 2:10 to play before halftime.
No, I think it's just a you problem.
I know there are Spumoni fans out there that are enjoying the mention. Here's the kick. It's Joseph. Lost the handle. Carr to the floor. Comes up with the basketball. He'll go back for Hawes, trailing the play. 1:53 and counting before halftime. Hawes, the take down the left side of the lane doesn't go. Dadah the save. Swing. Halstead steps up for Carr. It is tapped out of play as Lieberman scrambles back into the play. Out of bounds. Leominster keeps the basketball. 31 on the shot clock. 1:45 to play before halftime. Joseph and Dadah already making contact with each other. Off the inbound. Fake to Carr. Carr then keeps. The jumper does not go. Shoesmith the rebound. Outlet for Buchanan. Then Joseph. And then back to Buchanan. Inside pass. Buchanan to Buchanan. No finish at the rim for Jamie Buchanan. And it got deflected out of play off of a buck. 91 seconds left before halftime, and it's Leominster basketball. Coach Crutchfield calls out a play as Halstead carries over the timeline. Finds Dadah. Dadah looks for a Hawes screen. Stops back, Hawes behind him. Got position on Shoesmith, doesn't go. Carr, the rebound, basket, good, and a foul as he goes to the deck. 1:10 to play before halftime, and Leominster has clawed their way back into this one. It's 25-23, pending a follow-up point. Carr is at the line with a chance to complete a conventional three-point play. That one will not go. The rebound was tapped by Hawes, but into the hands of Volsey. Final 61 seconds before halftime. Joseph with the bounce for Volsey. The freshman swings it back to Joseph, the junior. And he'll hand it off for Lieberman, also a junior. Swings for Buchanan. Stop me if you've heard this before, a member of the class of 2024. Back to Buchanan, baseline space, double clutch, he got fouled, and the whistle goes off with the ball at waist height. And the signal is a foul. It's going to go against the freshman Osiris Lopez in the game. 40 and 8/10 seconds left before halftime, a 2-point lead for Bedford. Justice Buchanan is at the line and touches all the iron, and it rattles in. 3-point lead once again for Bedford. Second one too strong. Shoesmith's got the rebound. Hawes had a handful of his jersey uncalled. The Bedford's got the ball only momentarily. Carr pokes it away at midcourt. Down floor, lay in good. Leominster back within one, the closest they have been all half. Shoesmith caught in a double team. Carr makes the steal, flings it back wildly, and Lopez has got it. Up floor, finds Halstead. Halstead gets fouled, and Halstead will go to the line. What a sequence of events! And Halstead goes to the line for 2 shots and a chance to give Leominster their first lead of the night. 14 and 6/10 seconds left before halftime. Halstead, a 2-shot foul. And the first one goes down. 26 all. Kate, did you see this coming?
I mean, we've seen as the half has progressed, again, Leominster playing up to their competition. I think this has been a problem for them in the last few games, so hopefully they're starting to figure this out.
Still tied. Halstead's second does not fall. Shot clock off. 8 seconds left before halftime. Hands up, the call from the bench once again. 3 seconds. Now 2. Buchanan with it. Got some space. Jumper from the right wing. There is a touch, but it is after the horn. That basket will not count. And after trailing for the bulk of the first half, Leominster pulls even with a steal and lay-in attempt, foul, and a foul shot by Halstead. 26-26 at halftime. What a night, Kate, here inside the gym.
Thus far, it's been enjoyable. I enjoyed the second quarter more than I enjoyed the first quarter. It looks as if Leominster is starting to put some of these puzzle pieces back together. It may have been very simply that they needed to play up to their competition. We saw them against Fitchburg. They struggled a little bit the last in that game, but they were playing with good pace. Shrewsbury on paper, that one should have been an easy victory for Leominster considering Shrewsbury's record over the course of the year, but maybe it has been that Leominster just needed to have better competition in order for them to play better basketball.
And I agree. I had that thought actually a couple of times over the last week or so.
I'll take credit.
But your arch rival couldn't possibly stir more emotions.
Right.
And Leominster looked a bit flat in that basketball game at times. Disappeared for an entire quarter in that basketball game.
And then for 2 quarters, they had 5 points across 2 quarters of basketball against that Fitchburg team.
So there is something to that point, which is, of course, that you
better basketball means better basketball.
should mean you're going to play up, you're going to get your best. But
well, I mean, if that is what has been going on, then if I'm the coaching staff, I mean, you're certainly not going to take any breath of relief. But if that truly is what's been going on, then at least you can hope. Well, we can see as the competition continues to improve as we go through this, the in-season tournament and the Central Mass tournament, as we play Haverhill, as we continue to play tonight, and as we go into the statewide playoffs, it's going to be better basketball, and hopefully Leominster continues to play better.
Perhaps the distinction that we could draw between these games is that Leominster, of course, throughout the year has been getting the best punch from the teams that they have been routinely playing, because on paper they've been the favorite entering the contest. Tonight, Kate, this is one of few times where Leominster has been, we'll say, the underdog coming into this one, not just because of their most recent past performances, but generally Bedford seen as the better basketball team coming into the night.
Well, I mean, as sad as the following is about to say, more often than not, when you have Central or Western Mass versus pick your poison from Eastern Mass, one might be able to say that, depending on who the competition is. But Leominster right now doing a nice job playing up and not playing beyond their capabilities. This is not as if I'm saying, oh, Leominster's playing out of their minds tonight. No, this is the brand of Leominster basketball that we expect as spectators, because we've seen them play high-level, high-quality basketball over the last few seasons, and so that's what the expectation is. That might be unfair. I mean, obviously you're going to have nights where you're off here and there. It's just the concern has been that Leominster has been off for the last few weeks.
Sure.
And that becomes problematic, and that becomes an area where you can't get out of the funk. It's one thing if it's one game and you rebound, end of discussion, but it's been a few games here in a row. But I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this team tonight.
With good reason.
But I'm also liking what I'm seeing out of Bedford. Impressive. I like them in transition. I like their speed, and I like how they're moving the ball around the perimeter and doing a nice job in the paint. They're taking their opportunities, the shots that they should be making, they're making. They're not needing multiple shot possessions because they're waiting for their look. They're taking it, they're executing, and they're moving on with their night.
Their physicality down low, very impressive, although Leominster has matched at points in a place that they've struggled throughout the year. And Kate, the ability of Justice Buchanan, his finesse and form, he is technically, from what I can tell, near flawless from mid-range. Very impressed tonight with what I've seen out of Justice Buchanan and the Bedford Bucks. 26 all at the half here inside the gym at Leominster High School. We're going to step aside. More to come. This is high school basketball right here on RFM. Back inside the gym at Leominster High School. Halftime here on RFM. 26 all. Leominster and Bedford deadlocked in a Central Eastern Mass battle here on a Thursday night. And of course, if you've been following along on the schedule and going, wait, how did this game was originally supposed to be a Friday game. You would be correct. But the scheduling for things to come complicated this one. Leominster was supposed to play Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, and then the Central Mass Athletic Directors Tournament, which is the district tournament that is being played here in Central Mass. For those that are joining us from Eastern Mass, think of it akin to a college conference tournament. Doesn't have the same automatic qualifier status that a college conference tournament does, but that is what Central Mass and their athletic directors committed to. So the Mid-Wach League and the Southern Worcester County League do battle for the Central Mass Tournament crown, sponsored by the Central Mass Athletic Directors Association, and that tournament was slated to get underway Friday, Saturday, or Monday. And of course, Athletic Director Dave Palazzi, along with Coach Kevin Grutchfield, looking at where the schedule was, and thankfully we're able to work it out with Athletic Director Keith Mangan of Bedford to sort of adjust this game in order to move it to a free date for both schools involved. Kate, it's just one of those things. So many things.
Did the tournament sneak up on everybody?
Everybody but us,
happen.
Kate. I will say quite clearly, I had been asking for dates for months.
We knew it was going to be happening.
So it didn't surprise those of us here on RFM, if that counts for anything.
Surprise, surprise.
Second half action in the offing. Waiting for the clock to come set. Third quarter about to get underway. Leominster will start with the basketball, go right to left here in the second half of action. This is Dadah for Carr. 3 short of the mark. Shoesmith the rebound. Sees Buchanan on the run out. Buchanan to the lane. He skids out of play. Pass back to Jamie Buchanan. And he misses the lay-in but draws the contact. And Buchanan will go to the line to shoot 2. That dominating physical presence on the inside, Kate, you can't miss it.
You can't miss it, and you also can't, coach it, and sometimes you can't defend it.
It's the cliche, can't stop it, can only hope to contain it as Buchanan hits the first and brings Bedford back into the lead, a place where they spent most of the first half of action. 27-26, but a flurry in the closing minutes of that first half, Kate. Leominster pressure, steals, transition buckets, and makes, most importantly, brought Leominster tied at 26 all at halftime.
The Leominster we know and love.
Encarnacion for Carr, bounce for Dadah, in and out of his hands and into the backcourt, and it is out of bounds. 7:25 to play here in the third. 28-26, Bucks over Blue Devils. Miles with the entry, and then swings its way out. Lieberman 3 doesn't go, and Carr, the uncontested rebound. And Kate, somehow there was nobody under the basket from either school, really. Carr just sort of wandered into it as Encarnacion gets the feed from Halstead, lost out of play, and it is Bedford basketball.
And now Leominster coming out a little bit cold.
Yeah, a bit of a futile opening here to begin this third quarter. A minute goes by here in the third.
Little chilly, are they?
Drive, push shot in the lane, and down it goes for the senior Miles. And look out, Bedford has expanded their lead to 4 once again. Halstead for Carr. Dadah was looking to post up, kind of go over the top, gets a screen and a 3 away, short. Encarnacion rebound, reloads Justin Dadah. Now he'll drive, push off, fade back, jumper, doesn't go. Tap and Encarnacion the rebound.
Again. Give it to him again.
Absolutely, cue him up, the determination certainly, but you gotta have points. And now there's a foul away from the ball as Dadah gets held by Eric Miles, and Miles tries to plead his case that every time we touch him can't possibly be a foul. And the officials say, no, wait, it can be a foul every time you touch him.
No, wait. I like that.
6:18 to play here in the third. Carr for Hawes. Dadah off the screen. 3! He buries it! And Dadah is within one.
I think tonight might be the night.
Career 999 for Justin Dadah. 1 point away from being the 7th all-time in the 1,000-point club here at Leominster, as Lieberman's three does not go. Shoesmith, the rebound, doesn't go. Follow-up for Shoesmith. Basket good, plus a foul. No shrieking violet are the Bedford Bucks.
No.
As Shoesmith battled through 3 Blue Devils to get the shot up with the contact and a follow-on shot to come. And Shoesmith completes the 3-point play. 33-29, 5:48 to go in the third. Hawes, top of the key, now screens for Dadah. Dadah the left-hand drive, finger roll, basket's good! That's 1,000! And one, and one.
Fans, with that basket, Justin Dadah has got 1,000 career points.
Shortest and sweetest ceremony I have ever hosted,
They
Kate.
said they wanted it to be quick.
The point was made. Justin Dadah, 1,000 career points. Make it 1,002 with the and one, and we're back to basketball. 7th member of the club all time is Justin Dadah. 2nd male athlete, 2nd boys basketball player to do it in Leominster history. Shoesmith's rebound taken away, and Carr's got it back, and Leominster's back on the attack, chasing one.
Now they can have
Double clutch, Hawes can't get it to go. Buchanan the rebound. Here comes the run out the other way from left to right. No shot, the foul for the contact is before the shot, and it will be Bucks basketball. You can see on screen now, Kate, here just quickly, Dadah, now the 7th athlete all time as Lieberman looks to respond. We'll get back to that board in a moment as action continues. Dadah would like to add to his total. 3 is short and will not go. Stay with us post-game. We look to have Justin Dadah join us here at our courtside broadcast position along with the rest of the senior class. Lieberman's 3 does not go, but gets his own rebound. Swing, Justin Buchanan through the lane, avoided the contact, and the lay-in missed by a skosh.
Beautifully executed.
Halstead down floor to respond. Similar results. 33-32 we are still at. 4:14 to play here in the third.
Not a lot of white jerseys underneath that basket. An attempt to rebound.
The bounce, Shoesmith untouched through the lane. Basket's good. 35-32, the lead is 3 once again. Halfway through this third quarter, 4 minutes and counting. Dadah down the lane, contact from Shoesmith. Lost out of play. They say touched by Bedford, and Leominster will keep the basketball and 25 to shoot. Kate, I think your point is noteworthy. It's a chance for Leominster to both celebrate the accomplishment of Dadah, but then get right back to it and now have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As this one gets taken out of Daddah's hands, out of play. Nice coverage defensively there by Makai Volsi. .344 to play in the third quarter. The bounce inside. Hawes gets held, gets fouled. And Dadah, meanwhile, is on the floor in disbelief. He's searching for the license plate of the truck that ran him over. Uncalled.
Right in front of an official. But it was off ball.
3:44 to play in the third, 35-32. Bedford's lead. Haas is at the line with 2 on a shooting foul. That one will go down. 35-33. Haas gets that one to drop as well. 35-34, Leominster back within 1. A pair of free throws hit for Chase Haas. 3:40 to play in the third quarter. Lieberman and Buchanan. Top of the key for Bedford. Lieberman gets it back. Drops it off. Shoesmith finds Volsey. Cross court Lieberman. Swinging around Buchanan. Buchanan bounce Volsey. 10 to shoot. Shoesmith takes Haas down. And the lay-in is good. Haas held his ground. And Coach Kevin Grutchfield says that's an open field tackle. Traditionally in this sport called an offensive foul. 3 minutes and counting to play in the third. Dadah heading out of play, feeds Haas, spin move, response, and soft off the glass for 2.
And we haven't seen that type of efficiency in the paint for Leominster in quite a few games. So right now, seeing shades of that Leominster team that we know.
I think, excuse me, Kate, fair to say weeks, as Lieberman takes the 3 from straight away. That will not go. Volsey the rebound, push shot back on the rim. It falls for Volsey. The lead is 3 again for Bedford at 39-36, passing the 2.5 minute mark here in the third quarter.
It's maybe a situation of whoever has the ball last.
And it's another night, Kate, here at the gym where low scoring is how I would term this one.
Yep.
As a foul is committed by Cohen, I believe it is. Call for the block. It will be his first of the second half.
First of the second half, and that's 4 fouls right now on Bedford. You said they're the Buccaneers, right?
They are. Nice to see another royal blue school out there. Not to say that it isn't confusing when you watch it on the screen. Confounding, if you will. But a battle of the blue and white tonight here at the gym at Leominster High School on RFM. Great to have you with us on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch on a historic night. Justin Dadah, if you are just joining us, 1,002 career points now. He closed a 13-point gap to go over 1,000 tonight. And the 7th all-time 1,000-point scorer in Leominster history.
Beautiful passing in there by Bedford. They just were not able to get the bounce pass to get to their player.
Dadah down floor, takes it straight to the rim, won't go. Carr careening in for the rebound. He couldn't get a handle on it. Lieberman comes up with the loose ball. This is Buchanan. Crossover, lane, float the shot, front rim, no. Battle for the rebound. 50-50 ball, and the whistle is Bedford basketball. 24 to shoot, 1:23 to play here in the third quarter. And the officials are going to confer on the baseline. I think they were trying to discuss whether there was a need for a shot clock reset, whether that ball caught rim, or whether possession changed. Lieberman 3 in the right corner, and it's buried.
Timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Bedford will spend the timeout after Lieberman's made 3. Stops the clock, 1:18 to play in the third quarter. 42-36, Bedford's advantage.
Whew. Take a breath.
Indeed. I'll take this opportunity, Kate, bring that graphic back up so that you can now officially see Justin Dadah as part of the 1,000-point club. We said he is the second boys basketball player all time to reach that milestone. The first was in 2011, class of 2011, Ryan Turbide, 1,136 career points. And Kate, we've sort of been talking about it as we've been following this chase, and people are going, wow, there's been a lot of great boys basketball players in Leominster history, on a lot of great boys basketball teams. How is it possible that only 2 have gotten over 1,000? And well, we sort of worked it out. I mean, first of all, you got to be a 4-year varsity player.
Yeah.
So freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year.
But let's go back even before that, because you don't have anybody until the 1980s. Why? You don't have the three-point shot.
That is true.
And you don't have freshmen that are even in high school athletics for several decades. So you have to take out the 50s, the 60s. Like it's not even thinkable in those decades.
They played junior high basketball at the time.
Correct. So you have that, and I apologize for butting in, but then
fine.
Like you said, you have to be a 4-year varsity player, which again, on the boys' side of things, considering the physicality of the game, you have to be a 4-year starter at that. Incredibly difficult. It takes a special athlete to be able to do that.
The swing, Dadah gets it back for McCormick. McCormick's 3, side rim, no. Encarnacion the rebound. Got deflected to Osiris Lopez, who takes it off the glass and good.
And we also talked about not only that, you have to be a 4-year varsity starter starting as a freshman, and then you have to average, I think we said, about 11 plus points per game.
We figured about average of 22 games a year, so you're talking
if
about
you make the playoffs.
88 games, if you will, a year. And of course, your senior year, when you set it, you usually don't get that far, so you're going to do it in less than 88 games. As this one swings, 3 away, back rim, no. The rebound down for Lopez. So when you do that out and you math out about 1,000 across 88 games, you're going to average about 11 points a game, a shade a little better than that across your career. As Dadah gets it from McCormick. And a last-minute pass to McCormick! The fight by Jack Dadah to McCormick, and the lay-in is good at the third quarter buzzer.
Beautiful.
3 quarters in the books from the gym at Leominster High School. Bedford with the 42-40 advantage through 3. The all-important 4th and final quarter when we continue here on RFM. More action to come as we go into the postseason, and it starts with that Samada tournament on Monday, February the 20th. Tip-off is 6 o'clock. We'll have that action for you. YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch on the platforms of RFM. 5:45 is our countdown to tip-off. Leominster, the 3 seed, plays host to the 6 seed South High Community School of Worcester.
I think the cheerleaders just got booed by the Leominster cheering section.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like endearment.
Always a classy operation down there. 42-40. Bedford's advantage. Final 8 minutes of regulation up on the 4th quarter clock. Lieberman comes to midcourt to inbound with a raspberry sorbet mid-cuts.
And the fashion continues.
And here we go. We'll walk into the front court. It's Buchanan. Gets it back. Step up. 3. Delivered. 45-40.
He will take that every chance you give him. If you
And
give him
he
that
has
look,
made it almost every time.
he's been automatic from that range with an open look.
Jack Dadah, Kate, we've got to make this point as well. Jack Dadah, of course, little brother of Justin Dadah in his sophomore year here, first year as a swing player between JV and varsity, really has become a varsity player in this second half of the year, and not just a varsity player, a varsity contributor, as he has been really distributing the basketball as Lopez gets the setup from Encarnacion, and Shoesmith says, get out of here with that one, out of play. Basketball belongs to Leominster. 5 to shoot, 7:16 to play in the 4th quarter. Leominster chasing 5. The touch pass, Hawes finds Dadah, but Dadah can't finish. Turnover going back the other way, 50 seconds into the 4th. Go ahead, Kate.
And Jack Dadah has been part of that youth movement that has been coming in, if you will, to spell some of the seniors, particularly in the last handful of games where they've been struggling on the offensive end.
Shoesmith gets hung up, the foul is whistled, and Shoesmith will go to the line to shoot 2. I mentioned Jack Dadah because he had the setup for that McCormick shot at the buzzer to end the 3rd quarter, and it was great vision because in my mind, I'm watching him and the clock wind down,
right.
And when the clock starts to wind across the 2-second mark, I'm thinking, what are you doing? And he saw McCormick, who was fast enough to catch, touch, and bank it in at the buzzer. Great court awareness, great vision, great find by Jack Dadah, and the finish by Terrence McCormick.
And that's the type of vision we've been looking for the last few weeks.
Shoesmith banks a pair. It's 47-40. 6:57 to play in the fourth quarter.
These Buccaneers have been automatic from the free throw line. Automatic.
Largest lead of the night, Kate, I believe, was a shade over 10, 12 points.
It was 12.
Kate, of course, already doing enough
many
jobs tonight with Bill Thomas on assignment, so she is off her usual statistic duty as McCormick cues up a three and puts the needle down.
Yeah, I can't possibly do that.
47-43, 6:35 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Believe me, if Todd thought I could do it, he'd make me.
No, I would ask politely, like every husband. This is Buchanan off the screen from Shoesmith. The baseline drive, take it out of his hands, out of play. Basketball stays with Bedford, 15 to shoot. Quality crowd on hand inside the gym tonight, and good representation from the Bedford community in the building as well. Buchanan touches back for Miles, and Miles sends it back to Justice Buchanan at the top of the key. 9 to shoot, now 8, whistle away from the ball. It's an offensive foul, whistled against the senior center, Jamie Buchanan, with the clear outs. 6:13 to play in the fourth. 47-43, Bedford. Leominster with the ball and chasing 4. Jack Dadah with the basketball and the slow walk to midcourt. Crosses the timeline, bounce to Hawes. Nobody down low for Leominster. Swing, finds Justin Dadah. Goes around the traffic, down the baseline, goes to the deck, and then it is a battle for the basketball between Hawes and Lieberman. The tie-up, the alternate possession, we've only seen a couple tonight, and this arrow belongs to Leominster.
Justin Dadah absolutely discarded underneath that basket. Lucky he came out of that unscathed.
Jack Dadah with the bounce to Hawes, then right back to Dadah. 5:52 and counting to play in the fourth. 10 to shoot on the possession for Leominster. Jack Dadah in the right corner tries to go to Hawes. A defensive kick with 5 to shoot.
Did you see the height difference in
Indeed.
that matchup, by the way?
And there will be a reset on the shot clock. They'll put it to 15 seconds. And now the request from the officials to push it back to 20 seconds. So Leominster gets an extra 15 seconds on the possession because of the kick. Hawes for Justin Dadah. To the foul line. Jack back to Justin. And back and forth the brothers Dadah play catch. The left hand dribble, drop it off to McCormick. Feed, jumper, Carr, and down he goes from the left elbow.
Leominster needs that mid-range jumper. Nice job there.
47-45, Bedford on top of Leominster here in the fourth. The drive, Justice Buchanan absorbed the contact, couldn't get the shot up, and the turnover in the hands of Carr. Now for McCormick. McCormick takes it all the way around the baseline and back to the top for Justin Dadah. Baseball pass down low, find Carr. Carr for Hawes, bothered from behind, lost the handle out of play, and back the other way goes the basketball. And hey, Kate, credit to the officials here. This has been a physical basketball game. Timeout taken on the floor, and I believe, Kate, the signal is Bedford spent the timeout, 5:04 to play here in the fourth. It's been a physical basketball game. These officials have managed it phenomenally well with the quality competition, and they have been consistent. They've picked and chosen when that whistle was going to go off and tried to manage what is too much contact and what is incidental in the action tonight.
You know me, I like to throw out compliments, as much as the next person. No, I'm just kidding.
Heaves them like anchors.
Heaves them like anchors. That's me, everybody. Love you right back. The officiating crews that we've had the last few nights have been tremendous. I will say that the hustle, the competence, the
professionalism,
affability as well. I mean, they've just been. We've had some quality crews that have been placed in opportune places. So I will thank the officiating board and the assigner for that. These games have been quite meaningful the last several for most of the teams, and the officiating has matched that, because with the officiating shortage, sometimes it gets a little scary out there.
In my review of Bedford's games, the Dual County League uses 3 officials pretty consistently.
If they can find them.
I was going to say, if they can find them, they put 3 on the floor. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth, 47-45. Buchanan with the handoff for Lieberman. Back to midcourt, now Lieberman. Left-hand dribble, crosses over on Hawes. Step bounce into the lane, finds Shoesmith, 17 to shoot. Buchanan flashes through the lane, off the square and in.
Beautifully done, beautifully executed. Being able to flash into the paint like that and be able to split the defense, nicely done. They've done it time and time again tonight.
Leominster plays catch around the arc. This is Justin Dadah. Swing for McCormick. McCormick over his head, Dadah in the left corner with some room. Into a double team, kick back McCormick. A 3, challenged, but one!
And that is what Leominster has been missing. Terrence McCormick has been quiet the last several games. You need his perimeter shooting to really keep the defense honest on the opposition. That's been missing. He has been quiet. His contributions, most of the time you're going to get around 10 points. He'll often have a double-digit night, but his game is so important to the remainder of Leominster's offense, because he truly does bring another dynamic. He has that beautiful outside shot. Need it. Leominster needs it.
49-48, Bedford on top of Leominster, and it is dwindling. In a game that Leominster trailed by double digits for most of the first half, battled back to a 26-all tie at halftime, and then Leominster and Bedford have gone back and forth. The key is, Kate, Leominster has only gone ahead by about 1 in the early part in the third, and that was really about it. It's the only real lead that they have had in this one.
I think if Leominster is able to eke this one out, more than likely it will be on a last possession shot. I mean, I really do think that this could come down to the last possession. I believe we got some moisture on the court, so that's more than moisture. That looks sticky.
So they are going to try to clean that up, and meanwhile, Kate, reviewing some of our friends out there on social media, some great points made out there. We do appreciate that. The first question, my favorite question, Coach Conway, formerly of the girls basketball program, father of Kerry Conway. Does Leominster have a 1,000-point banner?
They have 2.
Matter of fact, they've got 3, and we've seen them. But none of them are quite cohesive, and none of them currently displayed. But I have seen them here inside the gym. I've seen pictures. They do exist. As athletic director Dave Palazzi has not taken up floor repair in his spare time, he is on the floor, Kate, and it appears, like you said, something sticky has occurred to the floor. And I mean, this is not like college basketball where these huddles drift far off the sideline or players hit the deck, but
what
they
could
are
this possibly be?
not able to get it up off the floor. It's not a communicable disease situation. I didn't see the
sticky,
spray bottle
but it
come out.
looks tacky.
It does. It looks very tacky.
They're good.
And the officials say, let's play on. My understanding, to answer Coach Conway's question, there is a new 1,000-point banner that is under design.
I should hope so.
Will be purchased and will be displayed in the very near future by athletic director Dave Palazzi.
And the questions that you and I have had, we knew that at least one of them existed, and we were wondering where it is. The big thing has been there has not been a banner that has had all of the names on it. So they were multiple
Shoesmith to Buchanan. Lay-in is good. Sorry, Kate. 51-48, 3:55 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. I remember the Felt one that had just Lauren Hatfield and Kerry Conway on it, and then they added Lindsay Delakiai, and then the Felt one kind of got tangled up in the rafters and then disappeared. So at this point, the banner is in the witness protection program.
It exists, though. We've seen
They do exist.
We have picture evidence.
The interception down the lane for Buchanan. Get back to some of these other social media posts and questions at our stoppage.
Love the Coach.
It's the $1 million question everybody's wondered.
Where's the banner? Where are all the banners?
As Shoesmith, contact by Hawes, battles through, lay-in is good, and a foul. 3:20 to play in the fourth quarter. 53-48. Bedford opens up the door on their lead once again. Shoesmith, another three-point opportunity at the line.
5 fouls apiece, so this one pretty even here going down the stretch. In the first half, Bedford had more fouls than did the Blue Devils. He has been
Completes
so
the
good.
three-point play.
He has been so good from the line all night long.
Got the touch, 54-48.
Don't bother fouling him.
Carr turnaround short. Halstead rebound. Cues up McCormick. Right back to Halstead and swing for Dadah. Dadah, baseline. Finds
Whee!
Halstead for Hawes. That one does not go, but Hawes gets it right back. Swinging around, and Justin Dadah has the ball. Under 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Halstead back to Dadah. Drive, left block, avoids contact, goes other side of the rim, and the lay-in is good. Coach Kevin Crutchfield calls out a defensive play, and the defense will sink all the way to the baseline. Shoesmith back for Justice Buchanan. Mid-range jumper with the soft touch.
And the look back to the Leominster cheering section.
And that didn't bother him in the least. 2:22 to play in the fourth. The lead is 6.
You think the Buccaneers like the enemy territory?
I think they do. Dadah, left wing jumper. And Shoesmith the rebound. Outlet for Buchanan and steadies the pace coming over the timeline.
Leominster needs to be far more efficient than that. Last couple of trips, not great. Not great on offense. They need to be far, far more efficient.
Bounce inside. Shoesmith, leaner, will not go. Follow on, got his own rebound, and went over the top of Carr and in. The lead is 8 at 58-50.
I don't know how you defend him. How do you defend him? He just overtakes.
Carr responds over the top of Buchanan, and Coach Kevin Crutchfield stops the clock with a timeout. 97 seconds left in regulation, with his team within 6 at 58-52. Fourth quarter action, this Central versus East matchup. Right now, East leading Central 58-52. Bedford on top of Leominster.
The postseason is the Eastern Mass Invitational.
Our old friend from the Telegram, Tom Flanagan, the Eastern Mass Invitational tweet is definitely queued up. There's no doubt about it. Greg Ulecki chips in, Kate, on Facebook. Don't forget the COVID year. This is going back to our conversation, of course, about the pace you would need to get over 1,000. There were only 10 or 12 games instead of 20 or 22 for Dadah in that year. Greg Ulecki with a great point. Appreciate him chipping in. Katie Jane, who was Katie Kerouac back in the day, was Kerry Conway's
your son's
point
doing
guard.
Fine. He's in the crowd.
I was going to say, we've seen
here.
B in attendance tonight. She said 1,000 points. What an accomplishment. Congratulations. She was on the floor as a point guard for Kerry Conway's 1,000-point game. And then there is, of course, the 2 obligatory bot posts for action on Facebook. You can't avoid it.
Yep.
Stay right here on RFM. The crossover. Spin move Buchanan. Hook shot. Glass is good. Oh, my.
Their offense has been pretty all night long.
60-52, 80 seconds left in regulation. Halstead to an open Carr. Threads the needle and to it goes.
More of that needed from the Blue Devils if they're going to be able to overcome this deficit, particularly in the paint. They're going to need more of that in transition. They're going to need to score on every offensive opportunity. They need to play clean.
Encarnacion picks up Justice Buchanan, so they're going to increase the physicality on Buchanan. As the drive into the post, it's Miles. Tried to find Shoesmith. Handle lost. Open possession for the Bucks. Leominster's got the basketball back. Justin Dadah is across the floor. 42 seconds left in this one. Dadah tries to settle everyone. Encarnacion jacks up a 3. Missed, and then Hawes comes over the top of Shoesmith for a foul. 35.5 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and Kate, that possession just looks lost.
Well, I have 2 things to say about it. I don't love Ricky taking that shot from that far away, but I do love him going up against the big guy for the Bucks because Ricky's physicality is just tremendous. So I like that idea. Don't love him taking that shot from that place.
Halstead gives the foul. Leominster tried to steal with the full court pressure.
That's
Weren't able
7.
to do it. So there's the inbound. 1-1 coming up. 32 7/10 left in regulation. 60-54, a 6-point game. Leominster back in action on Sunday at 12:30 tip-off here at the gym at Leominster High School. They host Haverhill of Eastern Mass coming up. Bedford's next game, February the 19th, on the road at Marblehead. Now there's a nice place to spend a vacation weekday. Foul given by McCormick on Justice Buchanan, and he'll go to the line.
No, just your quip about that's a nice place to spend a vacation.
I love Marblehead. We've gotten to go there a couple
I love
times.
Marblehead.
Home of the Magicians. We never get a game up there.
You want to do a basketball game, though.
Absolutely.
You can't bring P, though.
That
Another
one
miss.
Won't go. Dadah down floor to the basket. Leaner is good. 21 and a half seconds left in the fourth. A 4-point game. Dadah Kate raced down the floor. Didn't let him set up a half-court defense. Laid it in. And Leominster now within 4, a 2-possession basketball game.
8 fouls, though. Let me fix that. There we go.
For Leominster, a win tonight would be their 10th and should all but guarantee eligibility to the statewide postseason in either avenue you can choose. Meanwhile, for Bedford at 14-4, a win tonight would put them at 15-4 and would certainly come with some bonus points to go toward their opponent's score, which would certainly advance their cause in their postseason pursuit as well. At least that's what I'm told. As the math continues to be something for all of us to learn in the statewide postseason. Schedule for the Samada tournament, as we mentioned, Leominster playing on Monday. Have that action for you here on RFM. Games in that Samada tournament Monday and Wednesday for winners or losers will advance and play as their 20th or 21st game of the season. Those games will count toward postseason eligibility. The final game, scheduled for Friday or Saturday, will not count. The inbound was touched, an immediate foul given, and Kate, the clock never moved. 21 and a half seconds left.
Well,
no time came off the clock. Now the official is going to walk over to the official table. They're going to take something off the clock here because there was contact with the ball, which would start the clock before the whistle.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to modify that time. It should have begun on the touch.
20.7.
They take
so
a second.
Just under a second off. They
off.
take 8 tenths.
20 7/10 left here. Jamie Buchanan, the center, at the line. A 1-and-1 opportunity. Does not go. Dadah the rebound on the horse, and here we go. He'll feed McCormick. McCormick with defenders all over him. Dadah, an open look at 3. Does not go, but brought the crowd to their feet. And now a tie-up. Hawes gets discarded by Buchanan. Referees will swarm. Whistles. There will be a foul and a follow-up 1-and-1. 10 and a half seconds left in the fourth quarter. 60-56. Bedford with the 4-point lead. A make on this one by Buchanan should put it out of reach. On a tie-up, the alternate possession arrow would go to Bedford. Both teams with a fistful of timeouts to work with. That is the 10th foul against Leominster. So it is 2 free throws.
Yep, automatic 2.
Leominster thought it was 1-and-1, thought it was a 9th foul. It is a 10th. So it was a guaranteed 2. The first one a miss for Jamie Buchanan. Meanwhile, Bedford, 5 fouls called against them. They got 2 to give.
Yes, they do.
That one will roll in for Buchanan.
That was a big one.
61-56. Dadah down floor. Takes a contested jumper out of his hands by Justice Buchanan. Osiris Lopez will give the foul, but Justice Buchanan just denied Justin Dadah a chance to play hero. And Kate, we said it, these two schools very familiar with each other with off-season basketball, and Bedford has been on the wrong end of those games in both the fall and summer league finals in recent years. Tonight, they've got a chance of denying Leominster not just a 10th win and a playoff qualifying win, but maybe it puts Leominster out of reach. You don't know. Every night you let it lag. You just don't know. Buchanan's second doesn't go. Clock runs. Dadah, McCormick. Good if it goes. Front rim, no. Bedford's a winner tonight.
I'm excited about it.
62-56, the blue and white of Bedford down the blue and white of Leominster. And Bedford denies Leominster a senior night celebration here inside the gym at Leominster High School. We're just getting started here on RFM tonight. Great to have you along with us. YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Full post game coming up. Leominster head coach Kevin Grutchfield will join us here courtside. We also hope to have some seniors, maybe the man of the night, Justin Dadah Jr. reached his 1,000 points for his career. Unfortunately, all for naught in a losing effort tonight, but he will finish with 1,006 career points. Coming into the night, he had 987.
Well, and the difficulty for a player like Justin Dadah, obviously the individual accomplishment is something that will be a heartwarming feeling for him for the remainder of his life. That is an individual accomplishment that cannot be taken away from him.
Correct.
But because of his unselfish nature, it's going to be a little bit bittersweet because it comes at the hands of a loss to a quality Bedford team. Means that, you know, that postseason situation continues to loom over the team. Of course, he wants the individual accomplishment. You want to get over that hump so that you can continue to just play basketball without that looming. But he certainly would have wanted the win as well.
And Kate, I will say to your point, you know, I think it's not an overstatement to say of the star athletes that we've had the chance to cover over the years, and many maybe could go into this category, but Justin Dadah tops the list. The most unselfish star athlete I have ever had the chance to cover and work, who is more concerned with seeing the team win and the team performance than worry about his individual performance.
Right. And we, you know, you and I have talked about this privately, and I'm going to mention it because I think it's more complimentary than anything. I mean, when you say this, someone might be like, "Ooh, you know, that's a little bit critical." There are nights that you wouldn't know that Justin Dadah had double digits because of just how unselfish a player he is. He is one to, you know, dish the ball just as often as he is to be one to score all of the points or to take the credit for his team. So he is a remarkable athlete in that you don't get that very often. Normally when you see 1,000-point scorers, it's a situation in which that individual is carrying the team, and they're carrying the team in a very flashy way. That is not to say that the other 1,000-point scorers for Leominster were not just as equally team players, but Justin Dadah, as we've talked about privately and now obviously on the air as well, and I know that Coach Grutchfield has mentioned it as well, as unselfish a person and a player as you'll see. We're not in trouble, right?
No, that was a member of the Dadah family. That was the Daddah's grandfather who came over. Avid watcher here on RFM. I can say not because he was trying to develop a game plan for tonight's game. He is an avid watcher because he's been watching his grandchildren play. But he said he had to be in the building tonight for this 1,000-point game. Had to be here to see Justin go over 1,000 points. For those of you joining us in delay on Leominster TV, we say thank you so very much for being a part of our night, spending part of your evening with us. Thank Bradley Bedard from Leominster TV being here. Oh, Kate has now told me Leominster TV will be staying. Well, we still thank Bradley Bedard for being here and being a part of this night with us. That's, I guess, my cue to step aside. We will have more post-game to come. Reactions from Coach Grutchfield coming up courtside, as well as hopefully a conversation with Justin Dadah and the rest of the senior class. We're looking forward to all of that as we continue here. Bedford is a winner tonight on senior night in Leominster. 62-56. The Buccaneers are 15-4. The Blue Devils fall to 9-8. A break and we're back with more. Stick and stay with us. This is high school basketball right here on RFM. Pick your favorite one. Back to our courtside broadcast position here on RFM Senior Night here on RFM and with our partners at Leominster TV. Great to have you along with us. Todd Robbins, Kate Robbins, Bill Thomas on assignment. Bradley Bedard here for Leominster TV and joined now by the class of 2023 on their senior night here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Final score here, Bedford 62 and Leominster 56. That's the sad news, but the quality news, the good news here is sitting all around us, and that is this class of 2023. And Justin Dadah tonight goes over 1,000, becomes the 7th all-time 1,000-point scorer in Leominster High School history. Only the second boys basketball player ever to get the opportunity to do it. And Justin, congratulations to you first.
Thank you.
Senior night, big night, obviously. I mean, what does it say, what does it mean to you playing a 4-year varsity career and finishing that you will be one of just 7 people to have ever gone over 1,000 and one of only 2 that have played boys basketball to do it?
I mean, it feels great. Like, honestly, I didn't think I was going to get to this point, but kind of done without these guys. All my teammates throughout the years, I had some great teammates. So, it feels great.
We talked a little bit about it on the broadcast. This class of 2023, and I mean your whole athletic class of 2023, the student athletes of this class, absolutely special.
Agree,
just a special group.
Absolutely.
What is it? What is it? You're a member of this group. What is it that you all have that maybe some of the preceding classes didn't?
I think we're all like a family. We're all together. I feel like we're all connected in this class. Everybody loves each other. There's no tension, no nothing like that. Just a great vibe all around.
No question about that. Let's talk a little bit about, the last few weeks here. Obviously, things have been a little up and down, but never have we seen even an iota of a break among this group. You all remain a close, tight-knit group. You're battling through adversity and continuing to come out night after night. And tonight, a quality Bedford team that you guys know very, very well. You battled back and forth with. You come up a little bit short, but there's more opportunities on the horizon.
Yeah. Definitely could have wished that we won. This is a huge game for us with rankings and all that. But I thought we worked hard and stuff. Like, we all worked hard, right? We just wish we could have won.
Yeah, that will be the quality point and an opportunity ahead. It's Haverhill on Sunday is the next game up
They're really good
for
team.
you all. Another great challenge.
Yep. Oh, every game's a dog fight for us. We're just every game's gonna be close. But we're just gonna keep working.
All right.
Keep working.
Justin Dadah, 1,000-point scorer. Before I let these other guys go, let's hear from some others. I want to hear from Chase Hawes, who I learned something about tonight when I was reading your senior bio. Chase, you have decided to join the United States Marine Corps. And we said on the broadcast, we thank you for your service right off the bat. But what ultimately led to that decision? What that's a calling and a heck of a commitment.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It kind of runs in the family, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I wouldn't be here without my grandfather. So, and he was in the military, so he kind of inspired me to do a lot of things. And it's kind of just a route I've always wanted to take. Yeah, I never really thought I'd get this far in basketball, so kind of rely on that. But, it's just...
It was the NBA or the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps seemed like a really great option.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We wish you guys nothing but the best in that opportunity. Ricky Encarnacion on the other side of me. Ricky has gotten a lot of FaceTime throughout the year. And Ricky, another senior night for you, end of a basketball career here. And just kind of sum it up for me. What has this experience been like?
I mean, man, I love this group. I've been real close with this group for a while, like Chase and Michael, Nico, Skyview Basketball. Like that was the crew back then. But just coming up, it's just we're a very close group, and we spend time with each other. Like we have pasta dinners before games and stuff like that. Like no team before has ever done that I know of. But it's a special group. We're still in this. We're gonna keep coming back and fighting every single game, and we're going to keep fighting.
Oh, no question about that. The fight continues. Let's get a couple more on here.
Yes,
Nico,
Nico.
You've had a year where you've had to make contributions in spurts, and that's not always easy to accept a role on that team. What's it been like for you, first, of course, being a contributor in that way on this team, and then, of course, Coach made a clear mention. You are a contributor in this community. Class president, if I remember correctly? No, pass. I did see you're president of something, though. Am I right about
Yes,
that?
debate team and mock trial team.
Thank you. See, I knew there was something that was involved there. And you're on your way to Georgetown as well. Talk to me first about the experience this year and being a part of this program, and then your future.
Yeah, it's been great. Like everybody has said so far, when you're part of a family like this, it doesn't matter if you play a minute in a game or you play JJ Dadah type minutes. You want to just go out and contribute every single night, no matter how you can, even if you're on the bench, just coming over and giving Rick advice about how he can better play our zone offense, because he really needs it. Yeah.
And if you can't tell the amount that they enjoy spending time together, I think it's fairly obvious when you get them all together. At least we know among the group, it's always good to know a future lawyer or politician. It's always good to know one, and we've got a guarantee with that. Nico, best of luck to you
Thank you.
Georgetown. Maybe we can help out that basketball program, by the way. Having a little bit of a tough year down there. All right, Dylan Carr. Dylan, you have, as the bio said, you've struggled through some injuries, and you've had, I think, a year where, especially tonight, you saw the physicality, your ability to get in and match up on the inside and make contributions when you were in the game. Talk about your experience.
Yeah, I got hurt my freshman year, and I didn't come back till junior year, and it's just I feel like I've struggled ever since. I haven't been the same player, but I mean I battle every game. I know I'm not as physical as these other kids, but I mean I make it work.
Lots of love among this group, to say the least. And lastly, Michael Halstead down there, soccer and basketball. Michael, you, of course, transitioned out of one season that had a phenomenal soccer season this year. Guys had a deep run, and then right into basketball season. It's like full steam ahead. And you've, kind of took some time getting into the rhythm of things. But as the seasons progressed, I think you felt better about your game out there on the floor, and it showed.
Yeah, like at the start of the season, it's like soccer was still in full effect. Basketball is hard work, and my legs didn't really get under me till mid-January. But we come in, we work every day at practice, and it just prepares you for the game. So we're hopefully going to make another run in basketball as well.
You are considering your options. What are your choices? What are the options? I loved having this conversation with my students, so we'll have it here with all of our close friends here on the broadcast.
So right now, my top three are probably UMass, UNH, and Syracuse. I've gotten into UMass and UNH, and those are the two that I'm looking for.
Well, there is one of those that's not like the others, and that is the Harvard of Central New York, and that is Syracuse University. Not just saying that, class of 07. But, hopefully, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
I know a guy who might be able to help you out on that. As we welcome and congratulate the class of 2023, more basketball ahead for them, and we'll have it for you here on RFM. A final word with Kate when we continue. This is high school basketball right here on RFM. back inside the gym at Leominster High School. Now that was fun. What a great group that class of 2023 is. Kate, it is a cast of characters, and the fact that they could still smile and still joke with each other and still have fun after a loss tonight in a tough one, 62-56, just sort of speaks to the kind of group there is. And Ricky, by the way, still wants us to do a track meet somewhere along the way.
I saw that coming.
We are working on that. We've had all of his other senior nights, so we got to sort of see how that pans out in the spring.
Remember, Leominster doesn't do home track.
Oh, and you're going to salt that wound? Oh, my. Pack the salt in that wound. That's a beautiful track that is on the drawing board for a decade.
Where do you do senior night?
That's a great question. I don't know. I've never done a track meet.
I'm going to have to ask Ricky.
Track meet, swim meet. Those are two things that are on the agenda that we haven't done yet.
I want to be Rowdy Gaines so badly.
So that is something
my dream.
Ahead on our RFM horizon as well. Kate, 62-56. Bedford gets the better of Leominster here tonight. They're 15-4. Leominster is 9-8. They're on that cusp of 500. This loss mathematically probably doesn't hurt terribly because the opponent rating is still going to be very good.
Tremendous, yeah.
Because you're playing a phenomenal opponent. So the math helps. So this is one of those, please get me a bag, quality losses. Anyway, beyond that point, okay.
That phrase should be banned.
It may
but
be.
it is a quality loss.
It is a quality loss, whatever that means. But here we are. Haverhill on Sunday. South next week. Win, you play Wednesday. Lose, you play Wednesday. Either way, you'll get 20-21 games. Got to win half to guarantee that you're in one way or another. But you're dipping closer and closer and closer to the MIA's version of the Mendoza line, where you're trying to just get in to this postseason term.
And right now, looking down the pike at a likely road game to start that statewide playoff. But if I'm Coach Grudgefield, I'm telling my players we can't look that far down the road. You have to execute one game at a time. You had a quality Eastern Mass opponent in Bedford. You knew that it was a quality opponent coming in. They don't have that many losses. You have Haverhill coming into the building in a few days as well. Same story, different team. And then you go into the Central Mass tournament, which I think will be more kind and more favorable for Leominster, at least in the first round. They have to play better basketball. They have to play the kind of basketball that we saw for a portion of this evening. So I'm hoping that those bugaboos are behind them and that they can continue to play the type of basketball that we know that they are capable of. So I'm thrilled that we saw it. I'm thrilled that this group seems looser.
They do.
Looser.
For sure.
That makes me happy because we want to see that out on the court. I like to see the contributions that the underclassmen have been making. They are not out of the woods. Essentially, they're not out of the woods. They are in a favorable position. They can get the job done with relative ease. They just need to do it. That's it.
Play the way that everyone knows
you can.
They are capable of. That is the job. The story of the night in the loss is Justin Dadah, becoming the 7th all-time Leominster athlete to go over 1,000 points and join this exclusive 1,000-point club as only the second member of the boys basketball program ever to do it. Ryan Turbide was the first, 2011, 1,136. Turbide is the all-time leading scorer in boys basketball history. He's also the all-time single-game leading scorer with 45 points in a single game. Dadah, 1,006 by my count at this point at the conclusion of this one. A great night tonight to put him over the top in an enthusiastic flurry. But the question, of course, will come, can he get to that 11:36? I don't know that there's going to be enough games left in order to the pace that it would take in order to overtake Turbide.
If he had one massive game, if he had something akin to a 45-point night, then that's certainly within reach. But he's the type of player that I don't think it's not even going to be a blip on his radar. He got to the point. He got to the point where his name's going to go on the banner. It is the highest individual achievement essentially that a basketball player can make at this level. He made it. And if you take a look at him, I mean, he's taking pictures right now. He almost looks embarrassed. He almost looks embarrassed.
He is an aw shucks kind of guy.
He is an aw shucks kind of guy. And it's a situation he does not like the limelight, and you don't see that type of unselfishness. And again, it's not a bad thing to be selfish
It's
in
the
this
world's best
instance.
compliment
But
to
this
say that
is
you're
an
not.
incredible compliment to say how unselfish you are, and he continues to exhibit that particular character trait. He just wants W's with the team. He doesn't want to be, the face.
And for
he's
that, I
wonderful.
cannot blame him. I agree 100%.
Hey, you want to go home?
Hey, let's do it.
I think Bradley does.
Bradley certainly does. We thank Leominster TV staying with us for post-game tonight as well. We thank all of you.
I don't blame you, Bradley.
Staying with us as well. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Those are the places to find RFM, and on Twitter at Media Rivalry. Like, follow, and subscribe today when we go live. The action finds you on your favorite social media device via your favorite digital media app. Next action for us, basketball-wise, here on RFM comes your way on Monday. And that action ahead. Yes, Todd, just one more click. There we go. All right, comes your way on Monday. Stay with it. There we go. As Leominster plays host to South. Leominster, the 3 seed in the Samada Division I tournament. South, the 6 seed. It's Monday, February 20th. Vacation week, President's Day, 6 o'clock special tip-off time. That means our pre-show, 5:45, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch here on RFM for the Samada tournament. Leominster and South High Community School of Worcester, the way most have known it over the years as Worcester South. Leominster and South coming up on Monday. Next action for you here on RFM. 62-56, Bedford tops Leominster. The Bucks are 15-4. The Blue Devils 9-8. We thank you so very much for being a part of our coverage tonight and being a part of our family each and every night, spending some time with us. For Bradley Bedard of Leominster TV, Kate Robbins, Bill Thomas on assignment, I am Todd Robbins saying thank you so very much for joining us. And until Monday, we say so long, everybody. Hi, baby.
You want to keep this